Vocal coaching to me is the opportunity to work on your singing with somebody that you know can perform in the way that you would like to, or has the experience and the history in areas of performance that you yourself would then like to get into. My speciality is contemporary style, specifically pop, rock, and then also jazz as well. As a cover singer for the last 25 years, I've had the opportunity to sing and perform regularly in all of these styles and in even some styles that fall outside of those genres. I was experience-based and used ear training as the way that I learnt. And a lot of singers do that and have amazing careers. What I wanted to do though is I wanted to learn how to be able to verbalize what I was doing so that I could start doing vocal coaching. I studied at Berklee online and specialized in voice technique, musicianship, and pop and rock vocals, as well as doing every single singing course that I could get my hands on. I assimilated all of these tools and have a coaching curriculum that I feel is the combination of what I've learned, what I wish I knew, and what I actually use myself. So I will only be sharing information that I have used, road tested, and know works for me. As a vocal coach, I like to be as flexible as possible. I have both a space at home in my lounge room, which is very relaxed, as well as a studio that I hire out. But I'm also able to travel either to another studio or in special circumstances to your location, wherever you might be. In a 90-minute session, the first 15 minutes is all about just having a chat, catching up, and reviewing the time that's passed since our last session. I'm a huge fan of vocal journaling, and I do encourage my artists, especially in the first 90 days, minimum 30 days, of their coaching journey, to complete a vocal journal every single day so that you can see some patterns emerging, see things that you might need to work on, or ways that you might be able to make your journey a lot easier or more constructive or productive. Then the next 60 minutes is all about tackling the techniques, the fundamentals, or actually performing. So when you're first starting out, the first roughly 4 sessions will cover the basics like vocal health, daily vocal care rituals, how to warm up your voice effectively, breath management check-in, making sure that the way that you're initiating tone, your onsets are nice and clean, and you figure out what your default settings are. So are there certain ways that you're singing all the time that are stylistically good but might be wearing out your voice? So we review what you're doing, and I introduce you and give you some options on what else there is that you could add in. Another great tool and the most fun session is when we talk about creating the tonal resonance and sounds that we want. That is a whole lot of fun and involves some really cool singing and lots of weird sound making, and that's what it's all about. It's about exploring your voice, figuring out where you're at currently, thinking about how that's working for you to shape your vocal sound, and then figuring out what other options are there out there that you can put into your singer's toolkit to ensure that you can sing confidently and freely with longevity and vocal stamina, which is unbelievably important. As we all know, the artistry game is a long end game. So you want to be sure that what you're doing today is going to positively impact your voice in the long term. Then we wrap things up with a 15-minute kind of chat and figure out what we're going to do for next time. I have sessions that vary between 45 minutes right through to 2 hours depending on what we're working on. Usually what most singers do is they will start off with a 90-minute vocal coaching session in person. All of these options also can be done online via Skype. Depending on what you're working towards, you will get everything you need within the first 4 sessions, and depending on how long we spend on each topic. Then you can look at doing 45-minute implementation sessions, or if you're further forward along with your techniques, but you still want to brush up on a couple of things, you could do a 90-minute coaching session, and then your next session would be a 45-minute implementation session where you could do a song study. And you can also do song studies as a pre-recorded review as well. And you can also do any of these sessions via Skype if you're touring and you want to still stay in touch with me. So there are plenty of options, and the same work as well with artist development. So if you're wanting to move on to more crafting of your signature sound, or your music business specifics, social media, marketing your music and social media, managing your social media, how to work out your artist identity and craft your visual representation of your music. There are so many other elements that we can talk about once you're ready to move on to recording your music and then getting it out into the world. And also forming a team, your creative squad of people that are going to support you long term in getting where you want to be. I have a great online calendar that you can simply book whenever you see a spot that is available. You just click on the one that you want, find the time that suits you, and you can either do a pay online system with your debit card, your credit card, or I can send you an invoice the Monday after our session. You also get an automated reminder 24 hours before your appointment, and that's when you can change it if you can't make the appointment, because ideally within 24 hours is the perfect time so that if anybody else wants to take the slot, they can take the slot, and then you also don't get charged for a session that you're not going to use. There are fundamentals that work across all areas of life and all industries. Those fundamentals are that people have been doing it before and often have some really great insights into laying down strong foundations, whether it's in music, in business, or in how to look after your voice and your body. So those are the three basics. And what I really try to do is stay true to those things. In giving you the latest information and voice science that I know through experience and actual practice is going to work for you. Then also there's the element of having a cheerleader, somebody in your corner that is always there giving you you can do it. And that's invaluable because that confidence is what we need. It's a combination of the techniques and the support. But at the end of the day, you are in charge of every aspect. What you want to do creatively, what you want to do stylistically, that is your choice. I will just plan to give you the toolkit that you can use to be able to make your own decisions. Because as much as I want to be with you 24/7, in fact, I hope you all make it so big that you can take me around the world with you touring, you still at the end of the day need to be the person where the buck stops. So if you like it, you feel good about it, you know that you're doing it safely with the best technique possible, that is all that matters. But I am here to help you get to that point. I'm here to help you feel more confident and supported, and that will come with having a solid singer's toolkit that you can utilize and draw from in any situation. That's my job as a vocal coach.